Сайн байцгаана хүн төлөгчдөө. Өнөөдөр орой манай дефакто нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор Солонгосын соёлын сангийн ерөнхийлөгч дарга Пак Бо Хи оролцож байна.
Солонгосын соёлын сангийн ерөнхийлөгч Пак Бо Хи 1930 онд Өмнөд Солонгосын Чон Чэ мужид төрсэн. 1962-оос 64 онд Жоржтауны их сургуулийн гадаад харилцааны сургуульд суралцсан. Пак Бо Хи 1950-аас 52 оны хооронд Солонгосын дайнд оролцож байв. 1956-аас 1957 онд Америк нэгдсэн улсын Жоржиа мужид байрладаг явган цэргийн сургууль сургалтанд хамрагдсан байна. 1966 оноос хойш өнөө хүртэл Солонгосын соёлын сан төрийн бус байгууллагын ерөнхийлөгчөөр ажиллаж байна.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to Mongolia.
I'm very happy to be here. You have a great country here.
Thank you for bringing the mission, and we will talk about that mission. Before that, I have learned that you have been almost serving from the first day of a war.
Yes.
In your army. Tell us about that time. How that happened.
That was 1951, and I was 19 years old, and I entered into the Korean Military Academy as a freshman. That we were jubilant. I loved to be an officer, and after 4-year training. But on the contrary, only after 25 days later, Korean War broke out. So Military Academy cadets all mobilized to the front line that very first day of the war. Incredible. And we went to a front line. In the first night battle, I lost the 330 classmates. 86 died, 100 wounded. Virtually half of the company, our company, was wiped out.
So actually, that's why the cost of war and the terrible face of war.
Truly. I tasted that. I tasted myself in the very first day of the war. Yes.
And you also later on studied as a military professional all the way. You came lieutenant colonel later on, but before that you studied in the U.S.
Yes.
What was that school about?
That was a school known as the U.S. Infantry School. So I'm an infantry officer, so I studied twice in that school, the elementary course and advanced course. And that was a very wonderful education as a military man. And during the war, we went there once. And after the war, another time. So I went there twice altogether. And during the war, only 6 months. During the war, we go there, 6-month training, then came back to the Foxfall. Not fighting.
Yes. Now I know in Korea, every boy should serve the military.
Yes.
For 2 years?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
And why do you think it is still important?
Because national defense is the primary goal. Because even though we have a peace at the moment, but our nation is still divided. And North Korea, unfortunately, they are our friends, they are our brothers, but they are hostile to South Korea. Their ambition is always take over South Korea and united the country in their own way. Well, that they don't abandon that ambition. So we have to have a strong armed forces. So our young people must have obligation to serve the country for 2 years. This is, to me, a wonderful system, good system.
And it is still sort of life-transforming, disciplining action for young people to understand the difficulties of life.
Actually, that military training gave our young people a very good spirit, patriotism, discipline. Because of that, they came out of the army. They worked harder in the industrial area, private sectors, and our country, because of that, was booming.
This is one of the secrets of Korean economic achievement.
Exactly.
Please tell me, you have been working as a close to Ministry of Defense during President Park time?
Yes, President Park Chung-hee.
Yes.
Park Chung-hee time. And I was at the National Defense, the Vice Minister. I working with the Special Assistant to the Vice Minister. Then I was chosen to go to a Korean embassy in America.
Yes.
To be a military attaché, assistant military attaché. And I was there serving 4.5 years.
Yes. You have been exactly serving that government, President Park Chung-hee.
Yes.
How do you see the role of that president at the beginning of the Korean economic development? How do you see?
The President Park Chung-hee, without him, today's Korea's prosperity would not be existing. Because President Park really gave up his life to save the country. At that time, Korean country and the political system was completely shamble. And President Park bring back the discipline and the patriotism and hard-working spirit of the people. And he has a goal. We could live well too, even though we don't have natural resources. We work harder. We learn from the technology from outside of the countries. We export the things to the outside. And that was his vision. And his vision is 100% accomplished.
He was able to see the future conglomerate, chaebol, in Korea as today Samsung, Lockheed Gulf, LG, and Hyundai.
Yeah, Hyundai.
How happened that he saw exactly these young, ambitious business people to be exactly that success story?
The most important factor to have prosperity of a country is allow the people ingenuity to work creatively. We do not have sort of the controlled economy or, sort of like limited freedom. No, we gave a total freedom and let the people do their mind and work morning to night, and they truly dedicated themselves for the prosperity of the country. This is the key. President Park gave opportunity to the people to really creatively come up with the brain and the hard work and bring the national economy.
That time, you need to promote Korea as a future economic prosperity and also as a conveyor of peace to outside of the world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And in that position, you were able to start this wonderful, legendary legacy today, the Angels.
Yes.
Little Angels.
Yes.
Please tell us about that.
That was 49 years ago. So I was the military academy. Military attaché
in the
embassy. And, United States sent so many troops to Korea.
Yes.
We have many, many good friends. But unfortunately, they do not know anything about Korean culture.
Yes.
The President Park always said, even though you are rich, you don't have a history and culture, you're a poor country. Fortunately, Korea has a long history, 5,000 years, and a good culture. So you, Little Angel, he's always said to Little Angel, you are taking Korean culture to all those world and the spreading our country as a nation with the culture. And this is very, very important. Our nation is known as the nation of culture and art. And this was the President Park. That's why he loved the little angel. And I created the little angel for that purpose.
And what is this?
I exactly knew what we need. Without culture, without this, we almost treated like, even though we have money, we've been treated like a barbarian. So in Mongolia, it's same situation. You have a long history and a great traditional culture, your own culture. So this country also can boom economically by your resources developed and so forth. And also you also develop the culture. You have many good cultures, many musics and sports and so forth. So this is common between Korea and Mongolia.
So in late 60s, this little angels became already popular.
In 1965, 1962, they founded. At that time, we were very poor. Korea country was very poor. One of the poorest countries in the world. Then, still we started. 1962, Little Angel. 3 years training. 1965, we went to the United States with the group.
How old were the children?
Children, 9 to 15. 9 to 15.
And it is so also now.
Still 9 to 15.
So what's happening with these children?
Yeah. And we performed the first performance in the United States in front of the General Dwight Eisenhower, President Eisenhower.
For President Eisenhower.
Oh, he was absolutely delighted. You know what he said? Well, you Korean angel, dance so well. Now that heavenly angel, the real angels are in trouble.
Trouble.
Because of you.
President Eisenhower.
Yeah, he has a good joke maker.
Okay.
And that was, reported by the press, and we become instantly famous. From that point on, every year we went to the United States and other countries for 49 years.
And you have been performing in the most famous, wonderful musical halls in the world, including England, America, many other European countries.
Yes, we performed at the highest places, like the Kennedy Center in Washington, Lincoln Center in New York, and the Music Center in Los Angeles, and the London Palladium, and the London, what they call Stadwell Theater. We always went to the famous theater. But not only that, we also performed for the VIPs, very important VIPs, because we are also a diplomatic mission as well.
Yes.
We want to spread the country, spread the nation's reputation. So we perform at the White House 6 times. And Queen Elizabeth II in England, 1972. Then we performed the United Nations General Assembly Hall.
Wow.
Yes. And we went to UNESCO, performed. So all those important places, why we are so popular? Because everybody loves children.
Yes.
Children. Nobody hates children.
Yes.
We went to
They are
Soviet
so
Union.
innocent.
We went to Soviet Union. We went to North Korea. We went to China. They love Little Angel too.
Okay. When you went to the North Korea?
1998.
It was which time when the Kim Il-sung?
I think it's September time.
This was
1998.
98.
So this is about 13 years ago.
It is before this economic cooperation started. Before economic cooperation started between two countries.
Yes, we want to try to bring the two nations together, cooperate.
Where you have been performing in Pyongyang?
I don't exactly know the name of the theater. They have many good theaters.
Yes, very large halls.
One of the very good
Low
theaters
column.
we performed. And one theater was Children's Kingdom, what they
I see.
call Children's Palace.
How was it accepted by North Korean people?
Oh, they love it. They love it, and everybody standing and I give a standing ovation. And we sang for 우리의 소원은 통일. That means our wishes are unification. Sing together in a stage, and all the audience sing together, and many of them cried.
Was it politically regarded something indifferently in North Korea?
No, we have not feel any kind of political, ideological differences during our performances. They were just kind. They treated like one brother. They treated like one sister, and treated like truly their own children. So we truly enjoyed North Korean tour.
And this your peace mission started in that way and gained up. At the end, you ended up being a head of World Peace Council.
Yes.
Please tell us about how it happened and what is this organization about.
Peace Council.
Yes. Ramesh Chandra?
We do not connected with him, but we are connected with the UN, mostly UN and UNESCO.
I see.
And also UNICEF, because UNICEF is a very important organization of the United Nations, and we want to help people by performing. So we collected the money and sell the ticket. We donated everything to UNICEF. So that become what they call Children Fund, United Nations Children Fund. So we cooperated with the UN quite well.
Okay. You have been also a part of a media group, Washington Times newspaper, and later on also Spanish, another newspaper.
Yes.
Please tell us about this media part.
Yes. We, I myself involved in media work quite early. First we started newspaper in New York, what they call News World. Then we went to Washington. And in 1982, we initiated Washington Times because there was only one newspaper, which is the Washington Post. But the Washington Post is too liberal. And there was sort of a balance of ideas people can catch. So we created a conservative newspaper. And then by that time, President Reagan has elected.
Yes.
He's a very conservative man.
Yes.
And anti-communist.
Yes.
And he loved our paper.
Yes.
He loved our paper.
Okay.
And our paper prospered 10 years, become one of the 3 important newspapers in America.
Wow.
Washington Times.
Have you met President Reagan?
Many times.
What he was about?
He was a great man. He's also very pleasant. He's just act like an ordinary citizen. He treat like a friend. And he shake hand, sit down, have a tea, and take a picture, and laugh, joke. He's a wonderful man.
Many economic prosperity of the United States is related with his policy, which is sometimes criticized by several other groups, which is called also Reaganomics. Yes. Reaganomics. How do you think personally about economic policy of Ronald Reagan?
Before Ronald Reagan, U.S. economy was going down. Very, very difficult time. And Reagan came up with the Reaganomics, the new economic policy that primarily reduced the taxes, and more people will participate and creatively their own, enterprises, and do succeed. In other words, he gave a total economic freedom.
And yet today, Obama administration want to increase that tax. What do you think?
Yeah, yesterday they increased the taxes?
No, they want to increase tax the Obama administration want to increase tax now. What do you think about that?
Well, Obama is in a very poor position because the United States has so much debt nowadays.
Yes.
And so much criticism.
Yes.
And his new term is coming up.
Yes.
He would like to have somehow economic recovery
Yes.
in the United States. And Democratic Party
Yes.
normally have a tendency to increase the taxes.
Yes.
Republican Party normally reduce the taxes.
Yes.
So he's a Democrat, so he has to increase the taxes to pay all the debt. And there's still much more money needed. U.S. is bankrupted in a way.
For the first time, the Little Angels are coming to Mongolia.
Yes.
What do you expect?
Yes. Before talk about the Mongolian visit, I would like to show you this book, for example.
Okay.
Here is the 21 national flag, Korea, UN, and the United States, and these nations participated Korean War. 60th anniversary was 2010.
Yes.
So Korean people are very grateful for those countries send the troops, and many died. Many died in our country. So such a great sacrifices. So we felt we want to say thank you to these nations, particularly those Korean War veterans are getting old. Most of them are 80 years old or more, and many of them died. I cannot wait anymore. So 60th anniversary, we decided to take the Little Angel to all 21 countries. Yes, we did. And everybody praised. Everybody loved it. And we went to, all these VIPs, like, for example, starting out from Korean President, Park,
Yes.
Lee Myung-bak.
Yes. Who
And,
visited Mongolia recently?
Oh, yeah, he came here.
Yes, sir.
And Obama.
Obama president.
Starting from these people, everybody praised. This is a London premiere.
Yes.
No. So
Well, let me see.
we went to
Uh-huh.
we went to those countries, say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I was a Korean War veteran, you know
Veteran,
that.
uh-huh.
So therefore, I feel very close to them. So I really went to them, embraced with them, and thanked them. They loved it. So this was our first mission. We completed in 2 years. We went to all 21 countries, So now we want to go to our friendly countries.
Okay.
First friendly country we chose, Mongolia.
Congratulations.
Mongolia is
Thank
the
you.
closest country. Mongolia and Korea is like a brother's country, brother nation. And we have many things in common. Probably, I think you and I, we have same ancestors. We come from the same root.
In Korea, Kwombok Museum in Seoul, I saw exhibition in exponent which says some Koreans left early 4th centuries from Altai Mountains.
Yeah,
they say.
Altai. Yes, our root is there. Even though we are in a Korean peninsula, our root in the Manchurian, Altai Mountain, and those areas. So it's similar to Mongolian root. And so we have a what they call Mongolian spot, black spot, dark spot.
Yes.
You have it, I have it.
Yes.
So
Blue
shows
spot.
we are the one family.
Okay.
So we want to come to Mongolia. So decided come this year, right after all this thing finished. So we decided to come to November 6th and performing 3 times, November 8th, 9, and November 7th, 8th at the Upper House.
Uh-huh.
And 9, we moved to another theater, children's, what they
Palace.
call children's theater, Palace.
Uh-huh.
Then 1 more performance. So we will
Wonderful.
have 3 performances here. So I'd like you to come and enjoy
I would
the
love
program.
to.
Yes.
And I have heard a lot good things about
Yes,
this.
yes.
And then plus at the end, culture, music are the best symbolizing actions of humans.
Yes. So it's we call it as the World Peace Tour.
Okay.
This is the World Peace Tour.
Okay.
So we, Little Angel, come to Mongolia, sort of building a bridge of peace. Bridge of peace. They are known as the Peace Angel, Angels of Peace. So children basically represent the peace. What else? That's why everybody loves the children. So this is a unique children ballet company, dance company. Because children, many choirs, there are many choirs, boys, Vienna boys choirs, and so forth and so forth. However, there's no folk dancing group. We are the only one.
You have founded Korean Cultural Foundation.
Yes, I did.
What is this?
That is promote the Korean culture so that we share the Korean culture with the rest of the world and increase the peace. That's the purpose. And one of the project is the Little Angel. Another project we have, that's the ballet company, Universal Ballet, we do have. So we operate 2 companies. Also, we operate the 3 artistic schools. So we call it Sonhwa Middle School, Sonhwa High School, all artistic.
You teach their ballet?
Oh yes, ballet, Korean dance, and modern dance, and also painting and music, all kind of music, piano and the violin.
Is it expensive school for children?
Expensive than the average school. However, those talented people has to come to our school, otherwise they could not get the good education.
I see.
So it's a kind of mandatory to come to our school, but not too expensive. It is not impossible to everybody to come. No, normal family home, those who live in Seoul area, no problem to send the children. However, it is not easy to getting in. That's the problem.
Okay. Very high requirement.
Standard.
And that's one of the reasons why Korean performers do very well all around the world, including Korean ballet on the world stages.
Korean ballet, also music too. Korea, there's a lot of famous musicians came out of Korea. Chung Kyung-ho, violin,
Yes.
from Shin Young-ok,
Yes.
that is the prima donna for soprano. Do you know Cho Sumi,
Yeah.
Sumi Cho? Sumi Cho was one of the finest the opera singer in Europe. And we have another great ballet dancer, Kang Soo-jin, came out of Little Angel, now dancing in Germany, Stuttgart.
Wow. Congratulations. I have seen in Korea, in Seoul, many very good, wonderful cultural centers with theater arrangement. I mean, how are they funded? Is there a special fund from the budget, or how do you fund them?
There are many ways to find. Many cases, philanthropers give large money to build the theaters and so forth. But the government is also spending a lot of money for culture. Also, Korea is now very famous for musical.
Yes.
A lot of musical is created in Korea. So it's almost like a musical country. But I am primarily stick to sort of traditional Korean art. Like Korean dance, Korean traditional singing, traditional musician, and so forth.
You have been making the world more peaceful.
That's my dream, my prayer.
And you have been
and my
achieving
effort.
you have been achieving that, and this wave comes to Mongolia.
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much for coming to this country and coming to my interview, sir.
Oh, my pleasure, my great honor, and the Mongolian people are so kind. I respect Mongolian history, culture, Genghis Khan, great men. Yesterday we went to Genshin Bulldog. Yes.
Sanjin Bulldog, huh?
Yes, I went there.
Okay.
And
you have seen big monument.
oh, big
Horsemen.
money. I have surprised. Such a big money I have never seen.
It is the
Such
largest.
a big money. and the Mongolian people are very, very similar to the Korean people, and even facially look same, and so we'll easily become friends. Yes, and except it's very hard to learn Mongolian language. I have a problem.
Mongolians learning very well Korean now.
Yes, Mongolians are linguistic people.
I hope so.
Genius people.
Thank you.
They speak English, Korean, Japanese very well.
There are some people, all of them.
Oh, Mongolian people are very good in a foreign language, but the Korean people are not that well.
Well, you speak very good English. Thank you very much for coming to my
Oh,
interview.
my dear friend,
Thank you, sir.
this is probably one of the greatest moments in Mongolia, because
Thank you very much.
You are such a great host.
Thank you.
And all the questions is so very proper, and I'd like to tell that kind of story to the Mongolian people. I'll be more than honored.
Thank you
More
very
than
much
honored.
again. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your station is the most heard station, so I'm even more honored.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Thank you.